Like 3 seconds of heart rate in there.
3 seconds as opposed to. Well, I mean, it doesn't say. I think it's supposed to be more.
Okay, so you guys set it to 12, and you guys have the right one, right? So that's you guys should number 12.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we followed these directions very carefully.
Okay, and it just stopped working right now.
It just like stopped after 3 seconds.
That's two.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah, it might just be the computer, the program itself. You see how it's like going now? And it just keeps going a little further every time. Let me ask Ethan, because this is like a technical problem and I'm not gonna get it. So, yeah.
Alright.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Like where you're touching it right now? Yeah. Because I do want to ask you this. Yeah, so I'm gonna make sure it goes through the wax. Because as long as it goes through the wax, it's gonna be moving. So make sure it goes all the way through.
How far? Probably not a video.
As much as you can. Like the less one makes the better. And then the lights will yeah.
Where? Break them?
Yeah, they don't start to because you have to lay it down flat.
Yeah, I'll do the other side.
Yeah.
Why are you using the
Probably
computer?
is.
Okay, we did like a crucifixion type on there.
Yeah. Make sure it goes all the way through. Make sure it doesn't move or anything, and then just go ahead and start. Because you don't want to make sliding on.
Is it good?
Yeah. Is that it?
There's not save changes.
Yeah.
I'm like so weirded out by Andy like standing right there. Oh my god.
Oh, wait.
It's bird watching.
Okay, so you're going to choose and now it gives you a list of experiments.
See, this is not
Volumes.
And now it'll measure the current. And when you input it in here, and then you guys are easy.
Yeah, so zero.
Yeah, station D because you guys are reading.
Wait,
Whichever one you guys do. And it tells you where to put your data for every number.
Okay, and so for 19, we just do the 4 normal or huge one and then. Okay.
So it'll tell you to like 4 normal and then like breathe in deeply as much as possible, exhale as much as possible.
Okay, so now it's 0 again.
We've obtained it.
Do you know the difference between the max
Yeah, so it tells you here how to look for all these lines on the map. So when you highlight a line, it should give you like a little window if you press on the button. Right? Did it give you that window?
Yeah.
Okay, put it again.
and there would it be like
Yeah, so you just how to associate your business here.
yeah.
So what's your max? So do you think that's your max space or your max space?
Max basic.
Yeah. Awesome. I was thinking max space.
Just like wow.
This is hand fingerprints are confusing.
Yeah, so
I roll like that.
yeah, like that, and you have to hold it straight up.
Where does it? Does my pinky go there? 'Cause
As
that's-
long as your fingers are touching like these, like
Okay, so it doesn't have to match the red things. Because these are. This is like ableist. Like I mean,
yeah, not
these
specific.
fingers don't. Okay. So the arrow's pointing up.
Yeah. So then this arrow has to be pointing the same way as that.
So point up.
Up?
Yeah, there's
Ah.
Vertically.
Yeah, there it is.
And if it's not close enough, it won't get it.
So it's one of these
I'll
like
hold
this.
it if you'll do the mouse. Because it's on that side.
Oh yes, that's a good idea.
So did you guys change
wanna
it to the red experiment? Right?
Yes, I did.
So we're gonna hit collect 3, 2.
Put it down and just hold it up like that. Just hold it.
All right, we're gonna hit collect
I got it.
3, 2.
My heart rate's doing just as fine as it opened.
Nice.
Is this the ice bath one?
So it should tell you up here which experiment this is.
But this one is for the exercise, which is the squatting, and then this one's for the regular one.
Yeah, and then what's this?
And then that was coughing, and then that was just
So then it's flippity fucking
okay.
Thank you.
So that one's 4.
4.
Yeah.
That's just exercise.
It's definitely not the ice.
That's
bath
definitely
one.
it is.
It's not it.
100%
That one's
not
the that one's a
In
squat
fact,
one.
skin temperature might
This
be the
one's
one.
a squatting.
We have cough.
We got background. Effects of coughing.
So that's 6, 5, 4.
That's exercise.
What's 3?
Stress.
Oh.
That's it.
So this is
So you
Good
did the
old
wrong
3.
one for
so it's
the
3.
first one.
Oh, so I did the normal one as the stress one. So which one's the normal one?
So the normal one.
Like a normal test.
So here's the ice bath. Hard and stress. So yeah, you see how this one says remove your foot from water? That's number 3.
Gotcha.
So that's it.
Alright.
You didn't have a normal one.
So there is no normal one. Gotcha. Thank you.
You're not gonna die.
None of these look right.
Yeah, that isn't.
Should we try on someone else?
Well, what are you looking for?
Well, we're just trying to get the delta X of all the different complexes. We're just analyzing the heart rate, and it's just
So can
we
you
had
find?
like 2 good readings, and then it started going poorly.
So where's the Q? Like C?
No, you gotta use the same for one.
P, Q is right here, R, S, and this is the T, but it's like they're like all messed up.
I mean, technically, if you can read it and just see where the
Does it?
letters are.
I don't know how to do
But
it.
if you want to try another person,
Here, well, you
sometimes
have
it
to
just
figure
depends
that.
from person to
That's
person.
fine. That's all this one, right? Yeah. And then.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I just stopped. So every time it spikes up, that's your heart beating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does the top part mean?
Okay, so the top part. So can you tell me what's on the y-axis and what's on the x-axis?
Okay.
Can you tell me what's on the y-axis and what's on the x-axis?
Y-axis, heart rate, as measured in beats per minute.
And then on the x-axis?
Time in seconds.
Yeah. So what this graph right here is showing is that it's essentially just showing heart rate over time. Does that make sense? And so this experiment's designed such that hopefully as Andy coughs, the heart rate will go up, and I think we're starting to see that now. Yeah.
I do see that. I see
yeah.
that in the top graph. Is that right?
That is
Should I
right.
see that in the bottom graph as well?
I think it'd be a little harder to see in the bottom graph because it's moving by so quickly. The top graph is just, I think, a better way to display the data that we're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah?
So, okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. 7 is essentially 0. Yeah, makes sense. I think it's important such that you guys don't try to get only the grip in, because what would the problem be if you highlighted a bunch of zeros? Yeah, you're right. It messed with the statistics. Yeah. So you guys get it? Cool. So that's the length of the entire wave, I think, from like the R wave to the R wave.
R.
Alright?
Oh, from here?
Yeah, R to R to
Another one? Okay.
I mean, I could just check.
Hi, what's your question?
Hi, I just want to know is the sample size 2 because I held my breath and you held your breath? So therefore there's only 2 of us?
I think so. Yeah? Yeah. I mean, you have to keep in consideration that when this is to help you write, right?
Yeah.
And so your sample size isn't just going to be 2, but rather the congregation of all the datas of all the classes ever, right? And so maybe 2 isn't the right answer for your test, but rather for the experiment you just did. I think it's important to keep in mind, though, that when you're writing, the sample size is going to be a lot bigger. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, but I have one more question.
Sure.
Can I use you as my relevant source? Because you did say that someone held their breath for 7 minutes, and that was my knowledge gap I was going to use.
Wow, I'm really flattered about that. That you think that I have the academic credibility to be a citation, but. Well, I think that I'm a good source. I'm not sure if the CPR people would.
Gotcha.
And so it might be better in your interest.
So like, it's like, what are the odds that they're in this class, basically, and like compare to the other classes? Because anyone here would probably know you're a credible source.
So in terms of the 7-minute question, So, see, I think it's important to consider that like this is just a hearsay, something I heard through the grapevines one day, right? At the LA meeting, Ethan told me that Tal told me that someone had this sweet story, and I asked them for the story. Student held their breath for 7 minutes, and so I think if you really wanted to get down to this mystery of the 7-minute man, it's gonna take a lot more digging, and there's probably some literature on it. I'm not sure.
All right.
Don't quote me
Do you
on
think it'd
that.
be on PubMed?
I'd actually probably check NIH, the National Institute of Health.
Okay, gotcha.
It'd probably be on there.
Do you recommend Google Scholar?
Google Scholar is a great resource. It's fantastic. I mean, like,
Noted.
there's a lot of extensions on Chrome that automatically citate too. You know, they automatically create the citation.
Wow.
So it's very, 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 very useful. You get? Yeah?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no problem. What?
Just put it right in front of your face. There
So
you go.
we're watching Brian. He's gonna lift a 5-pound dumbbell.
Let's see if I can do it.
Palm up with weight, 15-3. This is test number what, Brian?
Test number 1.
Test
yes.
number 1.
This
So
is the
lucky
chart.
day.
I'm gonna put
It's
right
the pilot.
bicep.
And we'll see what.
That was painful.
So you have to put it like.
You have to put it right there. You're supposed to be like 5 to 10. Like.
Yeah, but look at this one.
I thought. Oh, he's going palm up. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're good.
You guys don't have any questions regarding how to set up the
Do you have
experiment
any
or
questions,
anything?
Andy?
My primary concern is if you guys are having a good time.
Do we need a new tape for this one?
So I guess my question would be, are you guys having a good time?
Oh, we're having a great time.
That's great. I'm so happy.
It's gonna be a long video.
No. See, you think it's a long video, but it's just coming up on a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, only a minute.
Oh, we.
Hey, the group's got a question. My partner's a little busy, so gonna flip this camera around. All right. So what's the deal? What's the deal?
So we're supposed to, the rebound heart rate is supposed to be when they say when the peak, from the top of the peak to like the way down. But that shows when you take your foot out of the water.
Okay.
But in our example, the peak went down like while my foot was still in the water.
Okay.
So would the rebound heart rate be when I took my foot out, like around here, or?
Should we just pretend that that's where he took his foot out?
I think you should keep it pretty consistent with what the protocol tells you. So when the protocol told you that the rebound heart rate is when it pulls it out of the water, right?
Well, I think so, right? Diagram. So this is the recovery period, right? When you move your foot out of the water.
Interesting. Did you leave your foot in the water longer than the protocol told you to, or no?
Heck yeah.
Yes, for sure. Because we told ourselves we're gonna push ourselves farther and go even further beyond.
Yeah, so that could be an issue with it, but I would probably just go with. I am. Oh, I mean, CCCs. We.
I offered to record him, and he said no.
I don't know. Here, I didn't hear that. You
Yeah,
didn't hear
he
that.
was walking by right here.
Shut up.
So I think it's important to go with what the protocol says. So maybe when you remove your foot from the waters, right? What do you think? Just food for thought here. What do you think your heart rate dropped while you kept it in the water?
Because I acclimated
Hey.
cold water.
Yeah, that's right. So I think I think you probably agree with me that the rebound heart rate and the acclimatization heart rate is probably more close in conceptually, right?
Yeah.
I think this is a tough question. I think
Should we ask the other TA and see her thoughts?
yeah. Let's call her over. Yvonne, can you come over?